Hi, welcome to the Perham Show on TV3. My name's Dave Howie, and joining me on this edition is Superintendent of Schools, Mitch Anderson. Mitch, thanks for doing this.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
We are well into our winter session here at the school, and we're not really going to talk a lot about the timeline for the kids, but we are going to talk about their future home and some of the changes that are coming up. We had the referendum go through and this past winter, and with that meant that planning stages had to get done.
Yeah, and we jumped right into it. Referendum was successful back on November 24th, and by the first week in December, we were starting to kind of put our game plan together and talk about how we're going to move forward with our different phases of the projects. And there's really two projects that we've separated this into. We've got, just looking here, we've got our Heart of Lakes Elementary, and we've got two significant additions going on to that building. We'll have our early childhood or our preschool wing, and then 6 additional classrooms to help alleviate some of the space crunch that we've got at the Heart of Lakes right now, as well as a gymnasium. So
one of the things that you'd already done, and we can see it in the overlay, is the parking area was changed from the grass area to a parking area. That's been a big help.
It's been a huge help. You know, prior to this year, we had cars lined up on 2nd Avenue and all over the place, and it was definitely a danger situation we wanted to take care of. And it's been everything we dreamed it would be to alleviate some of that stress at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day. So we took care of that, and like I said, Project 1 is in full force right now with the Heart of Lakes and all the additions going on there. The high school, which will be attached to the middle school, this is the image that we used during the referendum campaigning, and we were very sure to make sure people knew that that was a conceptual image and that things could get changed as we get deeper into this process. But the high school will be attached to the middle school. It'll be a very subtle link, so it'll definitely be its own entity. It won't be a commons area connecting them. We wanted to make sure that the middle school and the high school have their own entries, so that people coming to visit didn't get any confusion on where to go for the middle school or the high school. So that image is going to change over time, and we're not as deep into the high school and the middle school projects as we are with the Heart of Lakes.
And you're focusing on Heart of the Lakes, a little easier job, not as extensive.
Exactly. You've got so much square footage and space program to work out with the high school, where the elementary, we really only got 2 corners of the building to work with. We've got our entry and parking on this side, and we've got some of our well fields for a geothermal up here. So we've got these 2 areas to work with, and like you said, it doesn't take nearly as much time to design and plan for that. And our goal is school gets out the end of May. We want to be beginning construction on those projects right away in June, so that theoretically by the end of this year, December, we can move into those new classrooms, start using the new gymnasium, and move our preschool over to the new facility, which is going to be a great benefit for our district. Getting those early learners into the same environment as our K through 4 is going to be a great thing for everybody.
Help them make that transition and get ready mentally to move into the big kids area.
Exactly. A lot of collaboration between the teachers that right now isn't as easy to do with them being on the other side of town. So it'll be nice just to get everybody under one roof and let good things happen.
As we're looking at the overlay, Mitch, do you want to touch on the process now that the public can be involved in regard to the planning stages?
Yeah, like we said, we're deeper into the projects at the Heart of the Lakes than we are at the other buildings, and so on February 24th at 6 o'clock we'll have a community input or update session. And our goal there is to provide some images and some outlays of the floor plans and things like that for the early childhood wing and the elementary. So just to keep people updated, get some feedback and some input from people that are interested in those areas. Eventually, as we get deeper into the high school and the middle school remodel projects, we'll have similar meetings to continue that. We do have a couple of committees that have already been formed for the high school, and a lot of that is people in the district that are going to be working. So our teachers, our custodians, cleaners, things like that, and we call them those user groups that are starting to look into some of the detail when we get to that point. But the 24th of February is our first community input session that we're looking forward to getting some feedback and hopefully getting a good turnout.
So again, Mitch will be in the high school commons. You'll start out with the work session for the committee, and then from that at 6 o'clock then have the public come in and make comment if they want to weigh in and kind of get caught up on where you're at.
Yeah, we've talked about kind of laying it out similar to we did with the referendum open house, where it'll be very informal, laid-back people to come in. We'll have our design team there, our architects, our planners, our school board members, administration, teachers. So we'll have different sessions for people to get their questions answered and provide some of their feedback and input. So I'm looking forward to a good evening.
All right, so set that date aside, the 24th. Coming up here is when that meeting will take place, and you're sure welcome to weigh in and get caught up firsthand on what's happening with the district. And it's the focus of that meeting, you said, is going to be on the elementary, or?
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
so will you get into some of these future projects, or is that, as you were saying, more information as it becomes available, then you'll have more meetings?
Yeah, as our school board and our core planning group gets a little deeper into it, we're still in that schematic design phase, and once we get into that design development stage, we'll have a little more to share and get some input. Right now, we're just looking at space programming and making sure we've got all of our programs covered before we get in any type of design or anything like that. So those days are coming, and this one is starting on the 24th.
Mitch, you also mentioned when we were talking before our meeting today that the regular school board meeting was moved from the 10th, which would have been this week, and that got moved to next week, to next Wednesday.
Correct, yeah. The 10th is Ash Wednesday, so our school board at the last meeting decided to postpone that for 1 week. So the 17th at 5 o'clock at the PHS Student Union will be our regular monthly board meeting.
Okay.
The week following that, the 24th, we'll have a work session for the board, and then follow that with the community input session at 6 o'clock.
Lots happening at Perham Schools, and if you have any questions regarding things that are happening in the district, you can contact certainly Mitch Anderson, Superintendent of Schools. You can also attend school board meetings, again the 17th, or if you'd like, go ahead and attend these information sessions and these work sessions as they come up, and that's going to be again on the 24th at 6 p.m. We want to thank you for watching today. Mitch, anything else in regard to the district that you'd like to touch on?
No, I think that's a good starting point, so
All right.
plenty more to come.
Yeah, like there isn't enough happening, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, again, thank you for watching TV3. If you have ideas for future shows for TV3, we sure welcome your input there as well. My name's Dave Howie. You can contact me via email at dhowie@laytonbroadcasting.com. Give me a call at the office anytime at 346-4800. Be happy to talk with you and look forward to doing just that. So for now, on the Perham Show, I'm Dave Howie. Mitch, thanks again.
You bet. Thank you.